If you're thinking about selling your home in Huntsville, one of the first questions that comes up is, what should I fix before I list? Because here's the truth, not every repair or upgrade pays off. Some make a huge difference in how fast and how profitably your home sells. Others, they're just money down the drain. I'm Steve Stinson, a real estate agent here in Huntsville, Alabama for over 20 years. I've helped over 500 local homeowners sell smart, move fast, and get top dollar without the stress. Over the years, I've seen homeowners spend thousands fixing things buyers don't even notice, while skipping the simple improvements that actually help homes sell faster. So today, let's break it down. Here's what to fix before you sell and what's better left alone. Let's start with the fixes that give you the biggest bang for your buck. Number one, curb appeal. First impressions start before buyers ever walk in. Fresh mulch, clean walkways and front porches, trimmed bushes, maybe a pop of color at the front door. It all signals well cared for. In Huntsville, buyers notice that immediately. Number two, interior shine. You don't need a full remodel, but you do need clean, bright, and neutral. Fresh paint in key areas, especially walls, baseboards, and doors, instantly lifts a space. Update old light fixtures and make sure every bulb matches in color and brightness. Number three, repairs that signal condition. Fix the things buyers will see or an inspector will flag: leaky faucets, loose handrails, cracked tiles, sticky doors. You don't want small flaws turning into mental price deductions in a buyer's head. And here's a pro tip: walk through your home like a buyer. Notice the details: you scuffed walls, dated hardware, worn carpets. If it jumps out to you, it'll jump out to them. Now, let's talk about what not to fix. You don't need to remodel your kitchen or redo all the bathrooms. Major upgrades rarely give you dollar for dollar returns right before a sale. Buyers in Huntsville often prefer to make those design choices themselves, and they'll pay for a clean, move-in ready home over a brand new but overly customized one. So instead of sinking $15,000 into a kitchen facelift, focus on making everything look fresh and functional. Clean, decluttered, and well-maintained always wins. Here's the bottom line: when it comes to selling your home, strategy matters more than perfection. If you invest your time and money in the right prep work, you'll create momentum, and buyers will feel it the moment they step inside. If you're thinking about selling and want a clear list of what to fix and what to skip, let's talk. I'll walk you through the smart updates that actually move the needle in your Huntsville neighborhood. Or if you'd like a personalized home prep checklist before you list, I can send that to you, no pressure. You can click the link in the description below to schedule your strategy call. I'm Steve Stinson here in Huntsville, Alabama, and I'll help you make a wise move. If you're getting ready to sell your home here in Huntsville, you've probably wondered, do I really need to stage my home before putting it on the market? It's one of the first questions almost every seller asks, and the answer isn't always straightforward. But there are a few things happening in our market right now that make staging more important than it used to be, and if you want your home to stand out from day one, this is something worth paying attention to. I'm Steve Stinson, a real estate agent here in Huntsville for over 20 years, and today I'm breaking down what staging actually does, when it matters, and how to decide whether it's worth it for your home specifically. Now, here's the reality. Buyers in Huntsville aren't just comparing bedroom counts and square footage. They're comparing how a home feels the moment they walk in. Staging helps shape that first impression. It creates a calmer, cleaner, more open experience that makes it easier for buyers to picture themselves living there. And that emotional connection, it absolutely drives offers. Across neighborhoods like Madison, Five Points, Lake Forest, and Hampton Cove, staged homes tend to get more online views, more showings, and more attention in that crucial first week. And that first week matters. That's where your strongest and most motivated buyers show up. If your home enters the market looking its best, you're not just attracting more eyes, you're protecting your leverage. Staging doesn't fix pricing, it doesn't hide condition issues, but what it does do is elevate the presentation, so buyers see the home's potential instead of its flaws. And in a competitive market like Huntsville, that difference adds up quickly. So before you skip staging or assume it's unnecessary, let's talk about what it actually accomplishes and how it affects your sale. Let's break down the first big takeaway. Staging isn't about decorating, it's about clarity. You're helping buyers instantly understand what each room is supposed to be. A dining room feels like a dining room. A home office reads as a home office. It sounds simple, but clarity boosts perceived value. Confusion lowers it. When buyers can't tell how to use a space, they mentally downgrade it. When they understand a space right away, they upgrade it. Now let's talk photos because your first showing doesn't happen in person, it happens online. If your photos look dim, cluttered, or empty, momentum evaporates before you even get started. Buyers scroll fast, they make decisions fast, and homes in Huntsville that look clean and intentional in photos get more clicks, more saves, and more scheduled showings. More showings means more competition. More competition means stronger offers. Staging helps build that early momentum by making every room feel brighter, bigger, and more inviting. And while staging doesn't guarantee multiple offers, it clearly improves positioning, especially in key Huntsville price ranges between $350,000 and $600,000, where buyers are balancing options and judging presentation much more closely. Now, is staging always necessary? Not in every case. If your home is updated, furnished well, and located in a high-demand neighborhood, you might only need a light refresh, declutter, simplify, rearrange. But if the home is vacant, or if the furniture makes rooms feel tight, or if the layout needs some help, staging becomes a smart investment. Empty homes look smaller to the human eye. Staging solves that by giving buyers context, scale, and warmth. So the question isn't, should every home be staged? The question is, will staging help your home sell faster, stronger, and with more confidence behind the price? And that depends on your specific situation. Here's where we land. Staging is about maximizing your position once your home hits the market. It's not about spending money to impress people. It's about presenting your home in a way that protects your pricing power and strengthens your negotiating leverage. If your home is competing with newer construction, staging can help it feel more updated. If it's a larger home with open spaces, staging helps define how those areas should be used. And if it's a smaller home, staging can actually make it feel bigger by showing efficient flow. Every home in Huntsville has a best version of itself. Staging helps you put that version forward, but it's not one size fits all. Some homes need full-scale staging. Some need partial staging. Some need nothing more than a strategic reset. The right approach comes down to your layout, your neighborhood, and the buyer pool we expect to attract. That's where a good strategy section comes in. When we walk through your home, I'll tell you exactly what's worth doing and what isn't. No fluff, no upsells, just a clear, practical plan that gets your home in front of buyers with the strongest possible first impression. If you're thinking about selling this year and you want clarity, real clarity on whether staging will give you an edge, and let's talk. I walk sellers through this every single day. We'll look at your home, your timeline, and what the Huntsville market is doing right now, and we'll build a plan that fits. Schedule a strategy call with me, Steve Stinson, here in Huntsville. Let's get your home positioned to sell strong from day one. When you're thinking about selling your home here in Huntsville, one of the biggest questions you'll face is this: which repairs should you handle before you list, and which ones can you leave alone? Because the truth is, not every repair is worth doing, and not every repair moves the needle. I'm Steve Stinson, a real estate agent here in Huntsville for over 20 years, and today I want to help you sort through what actually matters when it comes to prepping your home for the market. Let's start with the big picture. Buyers in Huntsville have become more condition sensitive over the last couple of years. They're looking for homes that feel well maintained, move-in ready, and free from unknown. Repairs done right help eliminate those unknowns. They reduce friction, they build trust, and they keep your sale from getting bogged down during inspections. Now, here's what we're seeing across the neighborhoods like Madison, Monrovia, and Southeast Huntsville. The homes that sell strongest are the ones where the obvious issues have already been handled. Think leaking faucets, loose handrails, rotting trim, fogged windows, missing shingles, cracked tiles, stained carpets. These aren't glamorous fixes, but they are confidence builders, and confidence is a currency in real estate. Most buyers don't expect perfection. but they do expect that the home has been cared for. The small stuff adds up fast in their minds. A handful of minor repairs makes them worry about bigger issues. But when those little things are already taken care of, the conversation shifts. Instead of asking, what else is wrong? Buyers start thinking, okay, this home has been maintained. That shift right there, that's what helps your home sell cleaner and faster once you hit the market. And in Huntsville, where buyers have options, that matters. Let's talk next about which repairs actually deliver the best return. Now that we've covered why repairs matter, let's get into the what. Because the truth is, not every repair is worth your time or money. Some fixes pay off, some don't move the needle at all. Here's what we're seeing make the biggest impact here in Huntsville. First, functional repairs. Anything that affects basic operation needs to be handled. That means HVAC issues, plumbing leaks, electrical problems, broken appliances, or anything that clearly doesn't work the way it should. Buyers can't accept an outdated kitchen. What they won't accept is uncertainty around essential systems. These repairs don't just help your home show better, they help the inspection go smoother, and that can save you thousands later. Second, repairs that improve the buyer's first impression. If something stands out the moment they walk in, scuffed walls, damaged flooring, broken light fixtures, trim that's falling apart, handle it. First impressions set expectations for the rest of the showing. If the entry feels neglected, buyers start looking for more problems. If the entry feels clean and solid, they relax. Third, repairs that eliminate red flags. In Huntsville, one of the biggest issues we see is moisture-related concerns. Stains on ceilings, soft spots in floors, old water damage, musty smells. Even if the problem is old and already fixed, the appearance of a problem can hurt your sale. Addressing cosmetic signs of past issues once the cause has been handled goes a long way toward keeping buyers confident. But here's what's just as important: don't overspend. Full remodels, luxury upgrades, or niche improvements rarely give you the return you expect. Your goal isn't to make the home perfect. Your goal is to make it solid, clean, and worry-free. Next, let's talk about how to prioritize repairs without wasting time or money. So how do you know which repairs deserve attention and which ones you can skip? You use a simple three-part approach. This is the same framework I walk Huntsville sellers through every day. Step 1, fix anything that will show up on an inspection. Inspectors write up everything, big or small, and buyers get overwhelmed fast. Handling obvious issues up front keeps the deal from getting messy later. It also prevents buyers from overestimating repair costs and asking for more credit than the work is worth. Step 2, handle the repairs buyers notice in the first 30 seconds. That includes paint, flooring, cracked trim, loose doorknobs, outdated or broken light fixtures, and anything that feels worn out. Those early moments set the tone for the whole showing. When those details feel tight and clean, buyers assume the rest of the home is well maintained too. Step 3, don't upgrade, stabilize. You're not trying to out-renovate the competition. You're trying to remove objections. Repairs protect your price. Repairs strengthen your negotiating position. Repairs reduce the risk of deal-breaking surprises. And in today's Huntsville market, that clarity helps your home stand out. Now, every home is different. Every situation is different. And that's where a walkthrough with someone who understands this market pays off. When I tour your home, I'll tell you exactly what's worth doing, what's not, and what will give you the cleanest path to a strong sale. So if you're thinking about selling and you want a practical roadmap for which repairs to make before you list, schedule a strategy call with me, Steve Stinson, here in Huntsville. We'll build a clear plan that keeps your sale smooth, predictable, and profitable from day one. When you're getting ready to sell your home here in Huntsville, one thing you can count on is this. Your buyer is almost always going to get a home inspection, and if you've never been through one before, the process can feel a little intimidating. I'm Steve Stinson, a real estate agent here in Huntsville for over 20 years, and today I want to simplify what inspections are, why they matter, and how to use them to your advantage. Let's start with the basics. A home inspection is not a pass or fail test. It's not the buyer trying to attack your home, and it's not a scorecard for how good or bad your property is. A home inspection is simply a detailed report that helps the buyer understand the home they're purchasing. Inspectors look at structure, systems, safety concerns, and anything that might need maintenance now or in the near future. And here's the part most sellers don't realize. Every home has something on an inspection report. Brand new homes have items. Renovated homes have items. Homes built in the 60s have items. The goal isn't to have a perfect report, it's to be prepared for what comes next. In Huntsville, we're seeing buyers focus heavily on HVAC, roof age, plumbing, electrical, and moisture-related issues. These are the big ticket areas that make buyers nervous if they don't have clear information. When you understand what inspectors look for and why buyers care, you're already ahead of the curve. The bottom line, the inspection isn't there to derail your sale. It's there to help buyers feel confident moving forward. And when you handle the next step strategically, you stay in control of the deal. Now let's break down what inspectors actually look for and which items matter most in a Huntsville sale. Because everything on the report is not created equal. I want you to know where the real pressure points are so you can avoid surprises when the results come in. First, inspectors focus on function and safety. They're checking that the electrical system is grounded properly, that the HVAC works like it should, that plumbing doesn't leak, and that the roof is in good shape. These aren't cosmetic issues. These are the big systems that affect the home's long-term performance. If something is aging, failing, or improperly installed, it's going to show up. Next, they're looking for signs of moisture or prior water damage. Here in Huntsville, with our humidity and occasional heavy rains, moisture concerns can raise red flags quickly. Ceiling stains, soft flooring, loose tiles, musty smells. Even if the issue is old and already fixed, the appearance of a problem makes buyers hesitate. Then there are the cosmetic or minor items, loose doorknobs, torn window screens, missing GFCI outlets, cracked caulk, rusted vents. These don't usually make or break a deal, but when the list gets long, buyers start questioning the overall condition of the home. And this is important. Buyers almost always overestimate the cost of repairs. Something that might cost you $150 to fix will often feel like a $1,000 problem to them. That's why preparation and a smart negotiation plan matters. When you understand what inspectors look for and how buyers interpret those findings, you're in a much stronger position to keep your sale moving forward without unnecessary credits or drama. So now that you know what inspections are and what inspectors look for, let's talk about how to handle the results. Because this is where strong strategy makes a huge difference. The inspection is not the time to panic, it's the time to prioritize. Start by focusing on health, safety, and functionality. These are the items buyers care about most, and they're the issues most likely to come up during negotiations. HVAC problems, active leaks, electrical hazards, roof concerns. These are worth addressing or offering reasonable solutions for. Next, separate cosmetic repairs from functional ones, loose hinges, cracked switch plates, sticky doors. These are not deal breakers. Most buyers won't walk away over them, but when you fix a handful of these small items proactively, it sends a message. This home has been cared for. That confidence can keep negotiations peaceful and predictable. Then there's the negotiation itself. Buyers will often send you the full inspection report with a long list of requests. You don't have to say yes to all of it. The key is knowing what's standard, what's reasonable, and what's negotiable. And that's where having someone in your corner who understands the Huntsville market really matters. Different price points and different neighborhoods have different buyer expectations. The bottom line, a home inspection doesn't have to be stressful or expensive. With the right strategy, it becomes a simple step in a clean, smooth sale. If you're thinking about selling and you want clarity on which issues might come up on your inspection and how to handle them before they become problems, schedule a strategy call with me, Steve Stinson, here in Huntsville. We'll walk through your home together and build a smart, stress-free plan for your sale.